यशोदादि यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुना तीरवनचारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय। जय श्री राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय 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 जय श्री गोविंद जय जय श्री गोपाल जय जय श्री गोविंद जय जय श्री गोपाल जय जय श्री राधा रमण हरि गोविंद 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 जय जय श्री गोविंद जय जय श्री गोपाल जय जय श्री राधा रमण हरि गोविंद 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 जय जय श्री गोविंद जय जय श्री गोपाल जय जय श्री गोविंद जय जय श्री गोपाल जय जय श्री राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय श्री राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय श्री राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radhe. Jaya Yashoda Damodar Yashoda Damodar Shri Radhe. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Gurudev Gurudev Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol कार्तिक दामोदर मन की जय, दीपदान महामहोत्सवा की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री गुरुदेव की जय. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you all for joining in. Today we're going to start chapter 1 of Nectar of Devotion by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I hope all of you found the summary slide of introduction and preface useful to do a quick recapitulation before we start chapter 1 today. Today we have a very wonderful speaker amongst us who has already joined. I request Prabhuji to kindly give us your darshan. We have Premadatta Gaura Prabhu, who will be taking chapter 1 of Nectar Devotion. Prabhu is not new to us. Prabhu has given so many wonderful Srimad Bhagavatam sessions. So we invite Prabhu by loudly chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So please help us dive into the ocean of transcendental bliss by the start of chapter 1 of Nectar Devotion. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Premadatta Gaura Prabhu, over to you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Mataji, actually, as per the guidance, Hare Krishna, sorry, I'm just learning this Zoom tool because I'm used to using MS Teams. So how in the mobile, because I was told that the background has to be blurred by Ashish Prabhu. So how to do that in the mobile? Anyone can.
Very wonderful question, but anyone who uses mobile, because I generally use a laptop. So anyone who uses a mobile can kindly tell us how do we do it? How do we blur the background? I believe it is there in the settings, Prabhu. You just have to click on the settings, video settings, and then there is an option to blur the background. But it's okay, Prabhu. We will be happy to have your darshan, whether the background is blurred or not.
Not a problem that way. Not a problem that way. I might need some time because then I'm shifting back to my laptop.
Okay, Prabhu. So I'll just quickly start with the Nana Shastra prayers and then you just join us, Prabhu.
Please. That will be great. Thank you.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So, welcoming all the devotees. Until Prabhu logs in through the laptop, I will quickly do a little bit more of prayers. Krishna is wanting more prayers. Kartik month, very less kirtan. So Krishna is saying more kirtan and more prayers. So let's do kirtan and then we'll start with the Nana Shastra prayers. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nana Shastra Vicharanaika Nipunau Sadharma Samstapakau Lokanam Hitakarinau Tribhuvane Amanyau Sharanyakarau राधा कृष्ण पदारविन्द भजना नन्देनामर्तालिकयो वन्दे रूप सनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालकौ वन्दे रूप सनातनो रघुयुगौ श्रीजीव गोपालकौ वन्दे रूप सनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीव गोपालकौ जय षड्गोस्वामी जय षड्गोस्वामी जय षड्गोस्वामी जय षड्गोस्वामी जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद गुरुदेव गुरुदेव नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Hare Krishna Mataji, I should be available now, and I'm just trying to. Yeah, 1 second, please. Okay, I'm just trying to follow some guidelines which Ashish Prabhu has set. So, am I visible now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And Mataji, are you able to hear me?
Yes, Prabhu, you are audible.
Oh, to put this. Now, am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu, you are audible also and now also. With and without headphones, you are audible. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Thank you. I generally am one of those speakers who take time to settle down, but I am like Rahul Dravid, who will start with nervousness, but will perform in the end. Although I don't watch cricket from past 22 years, but I know some of the old players. All right. So we, Mataji, after these prayers, do we have to really do Jai Radha Madhav? I don't know NOD, how it works.
No, you can start with Mangalacharan prayers, Prabhu, offering obeisance to Prabhupada.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That I will do. But what about Jai Radha Madhav? All not required? It's
already sung, Prabhu.
Sung. Oh, is it? Very nice. Okay. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Sapadantikam. So Shri Rupa Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivan. So this line is very important because it's NOD class. So in this prayer, Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajiva Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakamatam Tamscha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandho Jagat Pate गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी कृष्ण भानु सुते देवी प्रणामामि हरिप्रिय वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारिणम्। सवैर्मनः कृष्णा पदरविन्दयो Saver Mana Krishna Padaravindayo. Srimati Radha Rani ki jai. Hare Krishna. So this, as you all may be knowing, that I am involved in Srimad Bhagavatam class, and it's a wonderful opportunity for all of us to come and together and discuss the NOV. And I came to know that today is the chapter 1, which is starting, and the summary, preface, summary, and introduction to the NOD, which is Nectar of Devotions, which is basically written by Srila Prabhupada as a synopsis on the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami. So we are going to read the chapter 1, characteristics of pure devotional service. I had told Ashish Prabhu that NODs, or any for that matter, I am adapting to the kind of the preaching formats which are evolving even in ISKCON. Otherwise, I am basically a very orthodox person who gives classes and who's invited, but I give classes while sitting on a Vyasasana mostly, and then we give the normal way of classes. But due to online, so many subjects are getting touched and so many books are which is very well being touched, so the preaching format changes. I might or might not be able to adapt to the kind of the good work other preachers are doing, but nevertheless I will try to do justice of whatever is written in these chapter and whatever the paragraphs I will be assigned with. Now, initially I felt that how am I going to present it, because in Srimad Bhagavatam we have 5 shlokas, but here there are 15 paragraphs. And I thought that I can't make all the paragraphs being read. And I think Mataji, who is present here also, she, I think, suggested us, and I felt that there was some reason why she's writing it now. Earlier, I didn't know how to adopt to these methods, but I think eventually, I think she realized it by her realization. She realized it as she started giving classes, that it's very difficult. Otherwise, it's just going to be a reading session. So what we are going to do here is, I have written, in fact, I have cut and pasted A, B, C, D, E, 4 reads, whatever you will say, 4 paragraphs to be read, right? And nice if there is some, our coordinator Mataji is there, she can assign 4 or 5 people to read these paragraphs. I will tell you when to read. Is that okay? So Mataji, offline means on the chat, can you just assign these devotees, 5 devotees, preferably half Matajis, half number of shlokas, 3 Matajis and at least 2 Prabhujis, if in case that's possible.
Prabhuji, devotees are already raised their hands who want to read. So we will go in that order.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you. All right. So since it's going to be a little different from the way I was conducting at least my part of my sessions, conducting in Srimad Bhagavatam format. Now I'm going to resume to the orthodox style of what we used to earlier give, because that's how I think it is meant to be given. So you will see, and Mataji, as and when I keep going ahead, if the coordinator Mataji, please try to keep scrolling down so that you know where I am hitting to, but you'll see a sequence I am following. So we are not going to read all the lines, but the essence I will cover in the entire session, and we will have interactive as well. So in the Mangala Charan prayer itself, we say, right, Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam. Shri, even before you go little above, it is said, Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Now, what is the meaning of the word Padantikam? Now, Padantikam means coming down. Who came down? Rupa. Swayam Rupaha Kadamayam. We know who is Rupa. Rupa Goswami. He is one of the Manjaris. And he's coming down. Swapadantikam, he's himself coming down to do what? Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale. If you remove Sri Chaitanya and Mano, you have to read Bhishtam as Abhishtam. But when you are reading along with Sri Chaitanya Mano, then is silent, and it said, then the whole word Sri Chaitanya Mano means the mind of Sri Chaitanya Krishna becomes the A of Bhishtam. Then it becomes Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam. So like this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has some thought process. It is something which is thinking in his heart. As we say that Krishna's mind and heart is non-different. He can eat with his legs, and he can sing with his fingernails, and he can drink with his little finger, and he can do anything with any part of his body. So his heart and mind are non-different. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And so his innermost desires were to be established in this world in the form of Harinama Sankirtana, Kirtana Sadahari, to start the most wonderful portion of the Kali Yuga, those 10,000 years where the deliverance will happen very quickly. So Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam means to establish the innermost desires of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I'm purposefully putting this more stress here because today we are beginning the NOD, nectar of devotion. So this nectar of devotion is coming right from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart and his mind. And that nectar of devotion is to be established. And who himself came down? Rupa. Swayam Rupa Kadamayam. So Rupa Goswami himself came down along with all these Shat Goswamis and others, so many in Parampara, the Bhakti Vriksha tree, if you see, or the Gauranga tree, which is, having the Gauranga Mahaprabhu is, in the form of this devotional tree. This entire entourage is basically just to establish this devotion to Krishna so that everybody can take the raswada, the pleasure of the rasa of the nectar of devotion or rasa of devotion. And that is why it is called as Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, means Sagar hai, Bhakti Rasamrit ka Sagar hai, Sindhu hai wo. And in that, we are supposed to go down and pick each jewel. But this journey is to each soul little different. It cannot be just, although the ocean is same, but there must be an expert diver who will dive, and there will be somebody who will be taking a ship on the ocean. There will be somebody who will be, sitting at the shore and looking at the ocean and saying, wow, this ocean looks beautiful, but he'll never dip into that ocean. So this is exactly similar to what happens with this ocean, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So this effort is to make everybody dip themselves into the ocean of devotion. And that is why the chapter 1 starts with the point of characteristics of pure devotional service. How to identify devotional service. And believe me, I have spent categorically 24 years in knowing ISKCON. First 3 to 4 years, I don't consider it, but I have to count it because Krishna was touching me somewhere with the help of 2 brothers. But in my 24 years, I have realized very late I'm still understanding what is devotional service. And is it just an effort? Is it just a, pasina bahana? Is it just a mukkebaji karna? Fighting for Krishna? Going to temple, Sunday feast is devotional service? Eating prasadam? Is it just chanting? Is it reading? Is it doing NOD classes? Is it doing Bhagavatam classes? It is what? Haribol, are you all with me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Okay, Haribol. I hope nobody is sleeping.
No, Prabhuji, not at all. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Very nice. Sorry, I saw complete silence, and thank you so much. But I'm audible at the same time. You are all able to understand, right? I'll go slow, and then I'll pick up the pace. So, the characteristics of pure devotional service, the characteristic word itself suggests what are the symptoms? What is devotional service? So let us understand the first point. What is devotional service? So in the summary of these 15 paragraphs which I have been given, entire class I'm going to speak through that. I'm not going to speak anything else other than these. I might add some points, but I'm not going to speak anything extra from this. It's in itself is very huge to cover. So devotional service is that type of effort. It's a service, an effort which is rendered to Krishna and to his devotees. So what is devotional service? An effort, any kind of effort, even if it is eating prasadam. The moment you take prasadam, if you and your wife are initiated, generally in my case, my wife is initiated, she's a good cook, and I am equally inversely proportional cook. She's really good cook, and I'm really a bad cook, but I'm very good in eating. So if she offers me something that I have offered to Krishna and eat it, it's a breakfast, and if I don't take that, then it's like I am doing an effort, but that devotee is doing an effort, but I'm not reciprocating in accepting her prasadam, and I go out and eat idli vada in a hotel. What will happen? Will you call that effort as devotional service? Answer is no. So an effort, even to eat prasadam, to acknowledge the other devotee's action, because so nicely she happens to be my wife, initiated to my, she's initiated same spiritual master. But I'm appreciating her service is also an effort. So even if you take a bath in the morning, you are not owned by your own self. Your soul is actually owned by Krishna. So you cannot even hurt yourself. So taking bath also is a service to a devotee whom you experience yourself, right? You say, I am Premadata. I say, I am Premadata. This is my body. I am a soul Premadata. But actually, I am not owning myself. If I would have been owning myself, then I become God. No, then I don't need to submit myself to God. But eventually, I am being manufactured by Krishna. Some point of time, but since we are all eternal, so we are internally manufactured by Krishna. Krishna is part and parcel. So we are not even owners of our own soul. We are his mercy. We are his part and parcel. We don't say we are our own part and parcel. We are saying we are Krishna's part and parcel. So the concept of devotional service starts right from that place, is that even if you do a service rendered to Krishna, to his devotee, including your own self, wearing tilaka, becoming a devotee is also a service to Krishna. With what attitude? With the desire for no material benefits or philosophical speculation. Where the servant's mind, where the soul's mind is completely engaged without any disturbance, with an attitude that they are interested only in asking Krishna's love in response, and not asking anything except engaging engaging ourselves in his service, and not engaging in seeking other benefits. Now, this is actually the true definition of devotional service. And I'm not saying this. NOD is saying this. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is saying this. So a service rendered to Krishna, his devotees, including your own self, which when you have no desire for material benefits, you don't philosophically speculate, and servant's mind is engaged without any disturbance, with an attitude that you are only interested in Krishna, nothing else. Only interested in Krishna, nothing else. That is devotional service. Now, I'm not saying it is pure devotional service. There is not, we do use this word pure devotional service, but actually devotional service has no superlative like pure devotional service. Devotional service is in itself an epitome of purity. It is the highest form of pure effort of Krishna. So how can you say impure devotional service and pure? Because the moment you say pure devotional service, then you say there are people who are doing impure devotion service. Answer is yes and no. So the answer is yes. That is there an impure devotional service? How can be? It is those jivas who have not really understood how to do that devotional service. They are maybe doing little bit of lip service in that, and that little portion of, you will not say impurity, because impure devotional service we generally don't use. So then for that matter we say he is doing devotional service, but the moment he becomes more pure, you will do more pure devotional service. It is only a category, it is only a grading happens only when you are reaching devotional service. Your superior can look, your Guru Maharaj, my Guru Maharaj can tell me, you are doing an effort for Krishna, but not doing it purely. He can say that. Your mind was, I was giving you class, I told you to do this work, your mind was somewhere else. He can tell us. So only to that level where this correction has to be done, you can say a devotional service has to be done purely. Otherwise, devotional service, there's nothing known as pure devotional service. Krishna is Krishna. You can't say pure Krishna or impure Krishna. No, it's, I don't understand Krishna, so I may see some mistakes in Krishna also. I am not pure. I may see mistakes in my own Guru Maharaj also. But that's not that they are impure. It's because I am not able to understand. It is Kalesha in my own heart and mind that I am exhibiting a tendency of a lower standard of service to Krishna. That is why this is said to be as a pure devotional service. So this is the reason why it is said that you don't demand anything from Krishna. But you must also ask, is it practically possible that you will never desire to ask for Krishna? Ask anything from Krishna? Is it practically possible? Again, the answer is yes. Again, the answer is no. Let's take the answer. Should you really ask Krishna? The answer is again yes. And the answer is again no. It all depends upon, let me give you an example. If there is an exam, which happens, and the marks are scored in any subject like say mathematics are from 100. So teacher sets a benchmark. If you solve these 10 questions, if you score 80 plus, everybody is pass. But if you score 85, you are like, wow, A1 or maybe A3, and then 90 is A2, and 95 is A1. And like that, they grade even that. So that
Bhuvana Mataji, request you to kindly mute all the participants, please.
all right.
Yes, ma'am.
So that means to reach to Krishna consciousness stage, actually there are devotees who can score in this Krishna conscious exam of life 10%. You take the case of my Guru Maharaj or any Guru Samaveta Guru Vrind, right? They are scoring 100 upon 100. Look at my Guru Maharaj Jayapataka Swami. Amazing personality. Liver damaged, changed. Kidney damaged, changed. Got cancer on his forehead. He's still fighting. And still, he's like not even 1% of his consciousness is getting impacted. You meet him, you feel as if he's still so alive. And he's 13 years in Russia, After 13 years, he stood for only 8 minutes. That too with the help of devotees. And then he goes in the swimming pool and extends his arms and legs to feel he's able to stand and stretch. That personality continuously was here in ICC when I was also involved in ISKCON Cultural Center in Bangalore. Sorry, we inaugurated that. Imagine. So there is a person who is scoring 100 upon 100. And there is a devotee like Premadata Gaurdas. Let me be very frank. I asked from Krishna. Because one devotee told me, and my senior, he said, what can you do? You have nobody else to go, nowhere else to go, whom to ask? And then I said, Prabhu, if I start asking Krishna, then what do I do? And then he explained me this. Look, I may be little better than you. You may be better than little, but if we both compare to our Guru Maharaj, we are nothing. I said, yeah, but all of us have to pass. So somebody will pass with 82, 83, 84, 85. Somebody will pass with 99. So what is the importance of devotional service is what I am now going to tell you. It is not important to clear this exam of Krishna consciousness and go back to Goloka. NOD tells you, Nectar of Devotion tells you that if you want to become a good devotee and you want to pass from, again I say there is nothing known as good devotee, okay? If you want to become a devotee and you want to pass with 80 marks or 100 marks, just pass, because Prabhupada said that. Just finish 16 rounds. In the times of, example, in the times of Bhakti, Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, our Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj, everybody was chanting 64 rounds. It is Srila Prabhupada who made it 16. Then somebody asked, are we not lowering down our standard? He said, no, this is going to remain here for next 10,000 years. We're not going to decrease more than this. But you guys do this much 16 rounds, Baba. What did he do? 64 divided by 4. He has done 1/4 of the chanting of Mahamantra. He is an Acharya. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. He has lowered down the standards for us because he knew ye log nahi kar payenge. But still, all the Guru Samaveta, Guru Bhakt Vrind who taking the sannyas are still chanting 64 rounds. And that too, they have to chant it in the morning, most of the portions. The rule is there for our spiritual masters, the same for we people. So that's the reason why when they say a devotional service is an activity where you don't ask for any material benefit, now it's own one to each one, everyone to own. Tum mango na mango, ye tum jano. 80% aa gaye to pass ho gaye bhaiya, nahi to fail. That means in English I'll tell you, you have to score between, as for Srila Prabhupada, 80 to 100. That means you may ask something from Krishna because you know there's nobody else than Krishna. And if Krishna is happy with that, how can anybody stop that? At the same time, there is a devotee who has understood that Krishna is supplying me everything and he doesn't ask because he has understood he is anyway giving me. And Shastra is assuring he continues serving Krishna. In his mind, sometimes that disturbance of asking Krishna comes in. Is like, Krishna, give me, Krishna, help me save my job. Otherwise, I'll not be able to give donation to the temple. What's harm in asking that? So if you ask, but there are devotees who will not even ask. But at the same time, you cannot say, oh, tum मांग रहे थे भगवान से, तुम खराब devotee हो. वो नहीं मांग रहा है, वो अच्छा devotee है. We from our side towards Krishna, we cannot say this. Krishna can correct us. But if Krishna is ready to accept Shishupal's 100 mistakes, how can you stop? Krishna, what is this? Ajamila. Now, there's one story which we're going to discuss here, but I'm going to ask you all to read. So let's move a little forward. So I was just trying to tell you about what is devotion service. Now, you must ask a question to your own self. If devotional service is something which I do and I achieve the status of being a devotee, because devotee definition says one who practices devotion to Krishna is a devotee. He's devoted to Krishna. That means he is serving Krishna. He's a devotee. Devotee is not a tagline. It's not like a a brand. It's not like a sticker. It's like an activity in which you live a devoted life, then you are called as a devotee. We must ask this question, अरे कृष्णा ये कहां से आई devotional service? ये किधर से आई है devotional service? Where is actually devotional service born? And why it is considered to be so pure and so pure? This devotional service is considered to be so important and so pure in a devotee's life that it can deliver people. It can give you a state of feeling in somebody's life that you don't need even deliverance. That means if I become a devotee and I'm devoted to Krishna, I may surpass this ask from Krishna. I want to go back to Goloka. There are devotees who have achieved that. Again, I would say, I've seen the glimpse of a living person like my Guru Maharaj. शरीर में सब कुछ तोड़ दिया, उसका शरीर सब कुछ टूट गया है मेरे गुरु महाराज का, लेकिन फिर भी वो कह रहा है नहीं, मैं और रह के इधर और अपना, I will follow my Srila Prabhupada's instructions. I will complete whatever Srila Prabhupada had given him some instructions. He is following them, and some work Prabhupada gave him, Mayapur and all. He's just doing. And believe me, he's just given an exam. My Guru Maharaj, I mean, he's GBC beyond you, whatever you say. He's so loved by everybody in ISKCON, right? He's still given I just heard he's given an exam. He just wanted to give an exam. He still keeps reading like a student. So, if this devotional service is being, where it is first born, and why it is considered to be so important and effective. It is considered to be like a Kandhinu cow, or like a stone, right? Paras money, which can convert, or some money is there which can convert iron to gold or metal to gold. If somebody knows, you can put it in the chat, and Mataji, coordinator Mataji, can tell me the name. I think it's Paras money or something. Some money, you put it on silver, it turns into gold. Something is there, it's mentioned. So like this, where is this devotional service first born? Devotional service is first born, Krishna says, it is born in my mind. It is Krishna who's saying this. What Krishna is telling? Devotional service is born in my mind. And at the same time, it is taking birth in my heart. So where is devotional service? Where is this concept of devotional service coming? That devotees have to do. A soul when he is in material world, he's supposed to do devotional service. ये एग्जाम किसने हमारा लगाया? भगवान ने लगाया. ये किसी एक आदमी का, इंसान की काम की बात नहीं. It is not being managed by any one person who says, it's not like any acharya coming and saying, do devotional service. The first concept of devotional service is taking birth in the mind and heart of Krishna simultaneously. So there is a shloka in Bhagavatam. Idam shariram mama durvibhavyam sattvam hi me hridayam yatra dharma prishte krito me yad dharma arad ato hi ma rishabham ahuryarya. Ahurarya. What does it mean? Idam shariram mama durvibhavayam. Krishna is telling, my transcendental body, although looks like a human form, okay? It's not a human form. The human form looks like eternally like how Krishna is, okay? It's not material. It is inconceivable. Okay, so the location where devotional service is taking birth is in the supreme spirited body of Krishna. So the devotional service is taking birth in Krishna's mind. And actually Krishna is telling, when I'm creating this concept of devotional service in my mind, it is to do service to all of you. So tell me, who is doing the first devotional service? Now you should have, if you are really hearing me, you can tell me the answer. Who is the person who is doing the first devotional service?
Krishna.
Krishna himself. Krishna himself is telling, in my mind and my body, in my entire body, this devotional service is oozing out to serve all of you. And I want to serve all of you. So to get back all of you, or to make you feel the feeling of transcendentalism, forget about mukti. Don't ask me material world. Don't ask me spiritual world. Just adopt to this concept of I am doing service to you. Whether you are in material world or in spiritual world, I will serve you. Krishna is telling us. You also forget whether you are in spiritual world or material world. Just serve me. So this concept of devotional service is a process. Krishna is saying, I take it on my body by my own sweet will. So I am not forced by any external nature to accept a particular type of body. I take the body on my own sweet will. This is my body eternally. I am Krishna. I am Brahmasmi. Oh, I am one. I shall become many. Like that, he's creating so. आप देखो मैं कहाँ लेके जा रहा हूँ आपको. It is Krishna. That is why everywhere you see the game, Krishna's game is running, and you are like in the Purusha Sukta, where Vishnu is sleeping on the Shir Sagara. There are rishis and Om Shanti, bas karo, Krishna ab to ruk jao, Vishnu ab to ruk jao. But he is running the entire game, entire gimmick. Just leave this class, go out in the busy road, see how the world is moving. Mahamaya, Yog Maya, सब अपना काम कर रहे हैं प्रभु जी माता जी. बड़ी विकट समस्या है, सब कुछ इधर उधर हो रहा है. The planets are colliding, the planets are moving, one universe is going here, some universe is going inside Mahavishnu, some universe is coming out. There are thousands of universes. Every activity is happening, it is vibrant. Yet, Krishna is silently giving birth to this concept of devotional service. He says, you are in material or spiritual world, doesn't matter. What matters is you rise above your situation of your life and continue serving Krishna. In that you ask or you don't ask, doesn't matter. You just serve Krishna. Automatically, the time will come. You reach to spiritual world, or you reach to the material world, doesn't matter. You just serve Krishna. What will you do if you go to the spiritual world and you don't like Krishna? Then will you be able to go back? No. That's what Krishna is saying. Don't ask for mukti. This is the second point which I am covering, which is there in the 15 paragraphs. You are making notes, that's what you should write. So the first point which I covered was, what is devotional service? The first point was, this whole entire concept was given by Rupa Goswami, establishing the mind and heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna. That was the first point I covered. Second is, what is devotional service? You do service of Krishna, whether you are in material or spiritual, it doesn't matter. You ask or you don't ask also doesn't matter after some time. You just serve Krishna honestly, with full integrity and with full humbleness. Just serve Krishna. This is the third point. And the fourth point, what I told you was that the first, the foremost place where this concept of devotional service is being exhibited is Krishna's heart and mind and body and leg and entire body. This devotional service is oozing out, and he's trying to serve us. So the birth of devotional service is happening from Krishna himself. And he realized, Acha, I want to serve these guys. What is the best way they can reciprocate to me? Let them serve me. Khatam kahani. Everything else is not needed. Everything else is useless in this world. If you love Krishna, you serve him, and he's before you, he's serving you, because he's serving you to serve him. He's giving you help to serve him. That is why we say he's helping us to serve. If you can play very good kirtan, if you can give good class, if you can do some stitching, if you can good cooking, don't ever say, I can do that. You say, Krishna is making me do this. That's more safe. And that is why he's telling it. My heart is also spiritual. I always think for the devotees' welfare. Therefore, within my heart can be found this process of devotional service, which is meant for the devotees. Far from my heart, I have abandoned. So what he's telling is, he has removed something from his bodies. What are those? Prishthe krito mein yad adharma arad ato hi mam. He's telling, सत्यम ही में हृदय, मेरे ये सत्य मेरे हृदय में है. यत्र धर्मा, all my body is full of dharma, all of love and care for my devotees. But what is not there in my body? Hey Krishna, me yad adharma arad. I have removed some of the things from my heart. What are they? I have abandoned irreligion. Means those who don't, the concept of not serving me is not there in my heart. Everybody has to serve. And any religion which is not serving Krishna is actually adharma. I'm not talking about these current religions which are existing. Any activity, okay, any activity which is directly not serving Krishna is actually serving Maya Devi. In that case also you can refer it being served. So anything happening in this world is finally service to Krishna. Even if you are drinking, and you have desire to drink, Krishna is giving you facility to drink, you are actually serving Krishna, because you are letting him, you are taking his service. You had a desire to smoke, Krishna arranged some smoking for you. He put you in such a condition and such a friendship that you started smoking. And then with that smoking, Krishna is actually fulfilling your desire. If anybody comes and disturbs you while smoking, Krishna will not be happy. Krishna says, he asked me to smoke, I'm making him smoke. What to do? Let him realize that he is doing mistake. But don't stop him. Okay, so let him do, but you can inspire him. You cannot hit him to stop smoking. You cannot go and slap a guy and say, you'll never realize. So these are the ways. So, but still he says, it doesn't excite me when somebody doesn't devote his activities to me. It doesn't excite me. It's not there in my mind. And that is why he says, I have removed these things from my heart. That who don't, it doesn't appeal to me. He says in Bhagavatam. And with these only transcendental qualities where I'm thinking about devotees' welfare and devotees are thinking for my welfare and my devotees' welfare, right? You can say, how can I think about Krishna's welfare? Why? You can make Krishna wear such a wonderful dress. Are you not thinking about Krishna's welfare? You are feeding him. Are you not thinking about the welfare of Krishna? When you are thinking about somebody who is really downtrodden in life, his activities are bad, you make him, give him chanting and all that, you are actually helping Krishna. You are seeing the welfare of Krishna. If you help Krishna's children become Krishna conscious, you are actually thinking welfare for Krishna. So that is how this has to be understood. So this was the other point. Now there is one more point I want to cover, and then we'll start asking people to read. Now, they say that, in NOD, these 15 paragraphs, there's a very important point, which I have already covered. I want to bring a little more into it. So they say that don't ask for liberation from this world, mukti. Why? As we have already known, that Krishna consciousness is a state of mind where you are connected to Krishna irrespective of your location, condition. Whether you are in material world, spiritual world, doesn't matter. What matters is you are connected to Krishna. You are in yoga with Krishna. You are in serving Krishna. Directly, indirectly, active, passive, whatever. 5 types of ways to serve Krishna. Right? There are people conjugal and all that. Okay, conjugal, servant, direct, friend and whatever. Okay. So I thought of bringing something about this mukti. So there is a reason why I'm bringing this. There is a reason. So there are 5, it said that there are 5 types of muktis. Okay. You all may be knowing, and I'm just going to quickly cover them up. So the first mukti is Sayujya Mukti. Now, Sayujya Mukti is basically, which is the most, I would say, easiest form of bhakti, okay, is that you say that, Krishna, I want to get mukt of all this jhanjat of serving you. And once I get liberated, I want to merge into the, into the existence of Supreme. Okay. And that's one kind of liberation, right? So the Sayujya Mukti is that kind of liberation which is like you are merging into the existence. So the birth was from the Supreme Absolute, but then after liberation, we merge into the existence of Supreme. That's what it is said in Sayujya Mukti. Now we'll read other muktis to understand what exactly it means in Sayujya also. But if you don't want to merge into the Supreme, there's another mukti known as Salokya Mukti. Now what is Salokya Mukti? It means that you get a habitation, a residence in the same planet where actually God resides, which is Goloka Vrindavan. Then there is a Swarupya Mukti. Means you always find Krishna very beautiful. So you become Mukta, and example is you may go to, you are Mukt and you go and you want to take a form of, because above the Viraja river is everything is eternal, okay? And you can stay for years and years above the Viraja river. Till Goluka is the entire, Goluk is like actually when Rupa Goswami came to this world, he came, you can say he came from Goluka for inspiring people to go back to Krishna, back to Godhead, and serve Krishna over there. Although the chance is to merge in the Brahman, the chances are there to get other kinds of liberation, but the nectar of devotion, the essence of devotion is that Krishna wants to encourage all his souls to come and be with him in his planet, play with him, enjoy in 5 formats, right? 5, and exhibit. And to come there, we have to exhibit some kind of, do some types of devotional service. We will come very quickly on that also. So like this, you can have a Swarupya Mukti, right? You look like a Supreme Lord and you may have chakra and all that. You may appear like that once. It has nothing to do with material world. So that kind of, you may have same Swarupya as the Lord. And the Samipya, the word itself says Samipya. The third kind of, fourth kind of liberation is the Samipya, means you are closer to Krishna, always in the company of Krishna. People give an example of Arjuna, like Hanumanji, always close to Lord Rama, always serving Krishna and Rama, right? So they are always in the company of, so Samipya. So you are liberated state. You don't care whether Krishna is in material world, spiritual world. You are just caring that I am with Krishna. It doesn't matter. And Krishna never comes out of material spiritual world. Somebody tells you, oh, you are with Krishna. Yes, I am with Krishna, but you are in material spiritual world. Yeah, so what? If Krishna leaves spiritual world, I'll go with him wherever he's going. If he creates another spiritual world and leaves this, I'll go there with him. I don't have to do anything with material and spiritual. I don't believe in this conditioning. I believe only staying with Krishna. And then in the end is Sarashti Mukti. Now, Sarashti Mukti means I want the opulence same as the Lord, right? So people give examples of Bali Maharaj, and Dhruva also got a planet entirely on his own. He's got a lot of that planet. Like that, you may enjoy the opulence of the Lord, but what Krishna and Srila Prabhupada made all these 4, 5 things, he just said, forget all these 5 things, just serve Krishna, go back to Godhead. That's why he wrote a book, Back to Godhead. Someday we will read that also. And when you go back to Godhead, you completely forget, that you have gone back to Godhead, but Krishna takes you to another universe, it doesn't matter. You just go and serve Krishna. When he says back to Godhead, means go and serve Krishna, not like stay in the spiritual world also and aloof from Krishna. No, he says just go and serve Krishna. Krishna will engage you in his service. And then he may take you as spiritual master, he may take you as a parrot, he may take you as Shukdev, he may take you as any, he may empower you and make you anything in this world. But you just be and serve Krishna. So our duty is to not to worry whether I am in spiritual world or material world. My worry is that is Krishna engaging me in the service? I am Krishna's servant. I just want to serve Krishna. That is the essence of NOD. Now, And some devotee read the first paragraph, which is read A.
Divya Gopu Mataji, would you like to read?
Yes, Mataji. Where is read A, Mataji? It's from the
Will be
start?
It's in the chat box.
Chat column.
The chat box.
Okay. I don't think I see
Okay,
that.
not.
Prabhuji, shall I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, for saving time. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
You can show it on the chat.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay,
Further
okay,
characteristics
once
of devotional service.
once again, I just copied on Word document. Are devotees able to see?
No, Mataji, it's a page only. It's not the Word document.
See. Can the devotees see now?
Yes, yes.
Read
This
it.
is-
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I can see. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, somebody,
Hare
okay,
Krishna.
I'll read. Further characteristics of devotional service are described by Rupa Goswami with evidence from different scriptures. He states that there are 6 characteristics of pure devotional service, which are as follows. 1. Pure devotional service brings immediate relief from all kinds of material distress. 2. Pure devotional service is the beginning of all auspiciousness. 3. Pure devotional service automatically puts one in transcendental pleasure. 4. Pure devotional service is rarely achieved. 5. Those in pure devotional service deride even the conception of liberation. 6. Pure devotional service is the only means to attract Krishna. Meenakshi Mataji, can you go ahead and read B?
Mataji, I can see now. If I may, I'll read, read C.
Please
Yes,
go ahead.
please,
Yeah.
Mataji. Please.
Yes, Mataji. Read B. Sorry. There is a chain of sinful activities and their concomitant distresses, and the conditional soul is suffering life after life due to these sins. He is suffering in the present life the results of sinful activities from his past life, and he is meanwhile creating further sufferings for his future life. Mature sinful activities are exhibited if one is suffering from some chronic disease, if one is suffering from some legal implication, if one is born in a low and degraded family, or if one is uneducated or very ugly. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams, Prabhuji Mataji.
May I read C, Mataji?
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Finish all the reading.
Thank you, Mataji. It is stated in the Padma Purana that there are 4 kinds of effects due to sinful activities, which are listed as follows. The effect that is not yet fructified. 2. The effect that is lying as seed. 3. The effect that is already mature. And 4. The effect that is almost mature. It is also stated that all these 4 effects become immediately vanquished for those who surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, and become engaged in his devotional service in full Krishna consciousness. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Divya Gopu Mataji, can you read D?
Mataji, I
Mataji,
just
she
read
read the last.
Okay,
Yeah.
Suma
Suma
Manoj
Mataji.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Suma Mataji, you're reading?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. D. Shukadeva Goswami speaks in the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd chapter, verse 17, about the story of Ajamila, who began life as a fine and dutiful Brahmana, but who in his young manhood became wholly corrupted by a prostitute. At the end of his wicked life, just by calling the name of Narayana, Krishna, he was saved despite so much sin. Sukadev points out the austerity, charity, and the performance of ritualistic ceremonies for counteracting sinful activities are recommended processes, but that by performing them, one cannot remove the sinful. Mataji, I'm not able to move and I'm not able to see. Remove the
One
sinful
cannot drive
the heart,
desire
from
Yeah.
the heart. That's it, Mataji. I'm not able to move.
as was the case with Ajamila in his youth. Now, Kishori Mataji, can you read E?
Can I read?
Thank you.
Okay. This ignorance of actual knowledge can also be dissipated by Krishna consciousness, as is confirmed in the Padma Puran as follows. Pure devotion service in Krishna consciousness is the highest enlightenment, and when such enlightenment is there, it is just like a blazing forest, killing all the inauspicious snakes of desire. The example is being given in this connection that when there is a forest fire, the extensive blazing automatically kills all the snakes in the forest. There are many snakes on the ground of the forest, and when a fire takes place, it burns the dried foliage, and the snakes are immediately attacked. Animals who have four legs can flee from the fire or can at least try to flee, but the snakes are immediately killed. Similarly, the blazing fire of Krishna consciousness is so strong that the snakes of ignorance are immediately killed.
Haribol.
Thank you, devotees. Ramakrishna Prabhu, you can stop screen sharing. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we will summarize now. So, very beautifully, all of you read these 5 paragraphs. Now, I'm going to summarize these 5 paragraphs in 7 points. So, what is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion, is trying to tell in these, in this? It's basically talking about, and if you're making notes, it's always good if you can. So, it's talking all these paragraphs and all these 15 paragraphs, including these 5 what you have read, because these 5 are from the part of these 15. They are not separate. So it talks about relieving oneself from material distress. Now, why we are talking about material world and distress is because we are currently in material world. If we would have been in material world in some other planet like Gandharva planet, they have their own Krishna consciousness set of activities, right? Even in Narka Loka, Krishna consciousness happens, and that's how they are, coming out from Narka and coming up. So everywhere Krishna is present. So that's how it has to be taken. Now, don't ask me further descriptions about those activities of Krishna consciousness in Narka planet, because I don't know, I've forgotten those if I've been to that place. But I'm just saying it actually, in essence, it means, and it's actually fact. Okay, because we become Krishna consciousness. It's only when we are in a programmable life, like for animals, it's a programmable life, and then we are given a atato brahma jikasa, inquire why you were going through this cycle. That's why the intelligence has to be invoked, and Atma is full of intelligence. Everything is there with Atma, because we are like Krishna only, right? We are part and parcels of Krishna, so we have all the powers. So these things, relieving from material distress, needs 7 points, 7 very effective arrows, you can say. So the first arrow, what these paragraphs are talking about, is surrendering to Krishna to get relief from the reactions of sinful activities. Now, what are sinful activities is what you have read in E, A, B, C, D. Somewhere you will see they're talking about Ajamila also. So what is sinful activity? Sinful activity means something which Krishna doesn't want us to do. And it is that activity is he's asking you not to do because you are in the material world. Okay? Like, for example, I'll tell you one very sweet example of Srila Prabhupada. There was one devotee, very young devotee, and a foreigner devotee came to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, I am a very young man. I want to be friend to a beautiful lady. Is it okay? Is it sinful? You see? This can be a question, right? And so what can Srila Prabhupada reply? Srila Prabhupada said, no. Becoming friend to a good-looking girl, and if you're not good-looking, means a good girl, right? Looks are deceptive sometimes. I'm talking about, he meant a good girl, right? It's good, but it will be temporary, my dear friend, my dear boy. He said, yeah, you are right. One day you have to die. But if you have an eternal desire to be with good girl, go to Goluka. Krishna will arrange there. He has arranged everything for you. You will have something over there. You have, your pairing or whatever you say. You have all the enjoyment there, but go to spiritual world. Don't do it in material. I am trying to give you something even deeper. This is deeper sense. I may say, chhod do ye sinful activity, but you can come back with a cross questioning. Why Why is this? This is okay. No, but then all this permutation combination in material world doesn't work. It's on in spiritual world, everything is clean and good, and Krishna creates it so you can enjoy the same effect. Like you want to dance, right? You can drink and dance, but you can go and drink a wonderful drink in Goluk Vrindavan also will have good drinks. You drink and enjoy in Krishna consciousness, and you be with Krishna. So why you have to drink necessarily in unnecessarily in material world? I'm saying this with a more deeper thought in your minds. Okay, so that if anybody is coming up with these questions, then you should be answered. So any activity which Krishna doesn't want you to do in this material world, which your conscience, and he has given an alarm in our consciousness. The moment the alarm, when you do something which Krishna doesn't want, his Paramatma is raising an alarm in you. Kahin to main kuch galat kar raha hu. Something somewhere I'm doing wrong. You speak lie, moment, the reactions in the chemical reaction. That is how the lie detector test is just using that technique of whenever you speak lie, some chemical comes out in your body, right? So these are all alarms in the body. Okay, so the first point, what you understand how to get relief from material distress is surrender to Krishna to get relief from all sinful activity, because he says moksha sarva dharmana parityaja mam ekam sharanam aham tam sarva papebhyo moksha swami masucha. I will give you moksha, I will give you mukti from these sinful activities, just surrender to me. Chapter 18 says that, if I am right. Then second thing he's saying is, okay, Krishna, you are surrendering, but while surrendering, you just don't sit idle. I have surrendered to Krishna. What do you mean by that? Arey, main to Krishna ko surrender kar diya. Sirf kehne se nahi. You have to act in devotional services. You have to burn down your sinful activities with the help of devotional service. So, and how you can do that? Even like a person like Arjuna, he was killing on the battlefield. Killing is always, considered to be bad, right? You're killing, you're depriving somebody of his body. But when Krishna says, kill Arjuna, that activity of killing also became good. Like how in modern today example, Krishna is not there, but Indian army is there, or any nation's army is there. If you go and disturb any country and try to kill their people, what the army is given authority, kill this person who is killing our citizens, right? So that person who the army person of any country kills, it is done for the safety of the country, because government has given the permission. He will be glorified by giving a permission, but he will be asked 100 questions if he kills for his own reason, with his license revolver which government has given him. So second very important point, you should burn down your sinful activities with the help of devotional service. And what was the first point? The first point was surrendering to Krishna to get relief from the sinful. Then you have to not only do devotional service, you have to do it in 9 forms. Like Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Swaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Satyam, Atmanam. So,
Prabhuji, excuse me, you're breaking. You're breaking, Prabhuji. I don't know whether I'm hearing like that. You are breaking.
Yes, Prabhuji, your voice is breaking.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So it's difficult to understand, Prabhuji.
Am I breaking again?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Just give me 30 seconds. I will. Okay. Is it okay now? Or I should just, re-log in 1 second. Maybe I'll just switch off my internet.
Still same, Prabhuji.
1 second, man.
Prabhuji, maybe you can off your camera, Prabhuji.
Let me know if you can hear me now.
It's the same, Prabhuji. Probably you could switch off the camera for a few seconds, and while concluding, you could on it.
Okay. Okay, now is it okay?
No, Prabhuji.
Oh my God. Am I not still audible properly?
It's echoing, Prabhuji. Voice is echoing.
Oh, but why it is echoing? Oh, it is echoing. Oh.
Echoing and breaking also, Prabhuji.
Mataji, I just log off and log in again. 1 second. And we'll
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu Dandat Pranam. Prabhu, we are actually, Kannada session will be starting in 5 minutes, Prabhu. So maybe you can just conclude. I think it is okay. It is better now. So if you would just like to conclude, I think you are already almost in the conclusion of the 7 points, right? So I think you can just conclude in the next 5 minutes. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, maybe because I'm short of time now. So 9 types of. So the first point was surrendering Krishna. Second point was trying to break down those sinful activities with the help of devotional service. Doing 9 types of devotional service. That means chanting also, kirtan also, all that. Those 9, and then you must try to practically develop, based on the incidents of life, develop the surrendering attitude towards Krishna. If something happens, always say, "Arey, Krishna ne kar diya." So you have to develop practically in your mind, and try to come up with this concept saying that, okay, whatever happens, Krishna is doing, I will do my effort to come out of these problems. So try to surrender to Krishna and the things, how he is running your life, start accepting that. Then the surrender comes. So surrender comes with accepting your conditions of life. And the 5th point I was talking about is very simple. Mahaprabhu said, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Eva Kevalam, right? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Continue chanting at whatever stage. For in fever, whatever you have, the moment you gain strength, please chant. And when we chant and do these devotional services, they should not be done in the ritualistic way. Means just for the sake of doing. So ritualistic, you mean, right? We just do some charity or austerity, which are recommended in Vedas, but we do Krishna's devotion service. If you want to do charity, give some alms to somebody. Alms means begging a beggar. Give him Krishna conscious food. That's better. And in the end, these 15 paragraphs are summarizing to tell you that realize your original identity, that you are a spirit soul, not this body. You are from Krishna's world. And our job is to be in connection with Krishna, serving him, whether we are in spiritual world or material world, doesn't matter. We should be in the stage of mukti. That is actually mukti, that we are mukt of any disturbances which come in the path of devotional service. With which I summarize my class today. Om Tat Sat, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I am done, Mataji. You can go ahead with Kannada.
Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much. Very, very wonderful session. So, yena kena prakarena mana Krishna nideshayat. Some or the other, you have to engage, remember, and serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Very, very clearly, you brought out a very beautiful summary of the entire 15 paragraphs. Prabhu, very grateful to you for the very wonderful session. Let us all express our gratitude to Prabhu by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रील गुरुदेव की जय, वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत वैष्णव वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Hare Krishna. So tomorrow meet you all again at 11:25 a.m. We'll continue with our first chapter of Nectar of Devotion. As we completed Kleshagni, next we'll be going to Shubhadha, invoking auspiciousness. Thank you very much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mataji, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you. With your all your permission, I'm ending this session. Thank you so much.